Hello and welcome to Knife Delights, and welcome to part 2 of this old orange knife. In part 1 we worked on these bolsters and I demonstrated how to sand them off and get them all nice and smooth. And I've come up with this idea that what I'm going to be doing during most of this restoration here is to do the show side of the knife and leave the pile side untouched. So this is kind of what the show side bolsters look like, and that's what they look like after that. So today we're going to concentrate on these blades. And this is what the show side looks like. There's a patent number, and I believe this to be a Utica knife. I'm doing some more research, but I think I found that patent number, so I'll be able to share some of that information. So that's what we look like before we get started. And there's the back side of the knife, which we will leave untouched. Now I am going to start using a show side here. Sorry, sump pump just kicked on. We've had a lot of rain. I'm going to be using this buffing compound assortment. I bought at Menards. And we're going to be starting out with this black emery. It's probably the most grittiest, and I'm going to be using this conical shaped felt pad here because it's probably the toughest out of all the pads that I have. So let's just get started here and see what we can come up with. Now, as I've said before, I didn't have good luck with this compound before, but I'm trying to use it at the Dremel at a lower speed, and I'm going to see if I can get better results here. I was watching a video from someone, either a video or I read an article about, you know, the polishing of the metal and the blades, and that if you heat the blade up too much, then the polish doesn't take a hold. So I just want to slow her down, and we're going to take our time here. And we'll just check here with this little amount of time, see what we got. There it is. So yeah, we'll have me work on this blade just a little bit longer and we'll be back. Well, I worked on it another minute or so, and that's what we're looking like. It's cleaning it up really good. The blade does get hot very quickly. So let's look at the secondary blade then, this pen blade. Of course, this is the show side, the side we'll be working on. And that's what the pile side looks like. It seems like it's working a lot better going at a lower speed. Taking my time. Maybe I was always just getting in a hurry. These tangs are always kind of a challenge because you don't always have a lot of room to work with. And these little blades, they don't take long to heat up. But you can see she's starting to clean up really well. Okay, now what we're going to do is to help clean those tangs, one thing I like to do is use a little wire brush. And I've got that attachment here, so we'll just touch up those tangs real quick. I don't ever use the wire brush out on the blade. I don't want to scratch it up. Made a world of difference. And I don't believe I soaked this in Evapor-Rust or anything yet. So that'll be a step down the road. Try to get rid of any rust. So that's what that tang looks like. See how dirty that one is. And again, it can be a challenge to get down in on those tangs. Now, I don't put a lot of pressure on it. Just go over it very lightly. And there's our clean tang. Okay, I'm going to go back to cleaning on these blades back and forth a little bit. I'll work on this a little bit till it gets hot and then switch to the other one. Well, this is what I've ended up with. I didn't work on it too long. What you're seeing there is pitting down in the metal. The only way to get rid of that is pretty much just to sand it down. But you know, on these old slip joint knives, you don't have a lot of blade stock there. That's why I kind of leave it on there, because if you're going to sand down that deep to get rid of the pits, while you're sanding down a lot of metal off of it by the time you do both sides. But and here's what our pen blade is looking like. Now, I was using the black emery compound. Now I'm going to switch to what they call Tripoli, and it says for use in removing surface imperfections on brass, aluminum, pewter, and other non-ferrous metals. So you see how you get those blemishes in there. Let's just see, you know, what this does. Just load up our felt pad here. Try to go evenly over it. Did we make any progress? I think it looks a little better. Let's try that just for a little while longer. Let's just check it out. I think it's working. Let's get it going on that pen blade. Okay, cleaning it right up. Let me work on it just a little more. She's coming right along, I think. Check it out here. I think that's about as far as we can go. Now on the top of the blades, if you use this felt pad on it, it's going to just tear it up. So on the top of the blade, because it's not really highly polished anyway, I just take a little fine grit sandpaper here. I can always clean the tops of the blades off like that. You see a little tiny spot right there. It's always hard to reach places, but you just work on it. Take your time. Something I'm not good at. Sometimes I get to rushing things, and I shouldn't. Okay. Well, I guess our next step is going to be we're going to be using some polish on it now. Well, I switched attachments to this one here because I can really get on the bolsters a lot better. So this is the white, and it says this is to remove scratches, get a highly reflective finish. So let's just see where we can go here. I like it because it's tall enough it comes up on top of the bolster. I don't hit the bolster. And it allows me to get in there a little better. Again, this lower speed seems to be working a lot better for me. I'm not pressing down very hard, just kind of the, well, not even the full weight of the tool on it. It seems that way the blade doesn't heat up quite so fast either. So that's what we're trying to do. Okay, let me work on this blade a little bit and on the pen blade. This is what we're looking like right now. They have cleaned right up. Last step is I'm going to put the Jeweler's Rouge on it. And I'm going to change pads again, and I'm going to put this one on because it's wider and it covers more evenly. But it is a little softer, so it doesn't do so good with the, I guess what you'd call the deeper cleaning stuff. But we're going to use this Jeweler's Rouge. Put the fine polish on it. It sure does. Just touch up our little pen blade here. Now when it comes to polishing, you know, you can polish and polish and polish to your heart's content. That's awful shiny. That is awful shiny right there. I certainly hope you've enjoyed part 2 of this, getting these blades cleaned up. As you can see, they're very nice and shiny all around. There's probably a little bit of touch-ups I need to do, but that'll come after some more cleaning on other parts of the knife and after mineral oil soak and all of that. But there's backside. There's the show side. So I think we've made a vast improvement. On part 3, I believe we'll go over probably cleaning these back springs and maybe down into the channels. So until next time, have a very delightful day.